So now we are going to discuss the Hazardous Waste Management Rule 2016. This rule is just like that e-waste management rule, but its condition and terms are different from that waste because e-waste is maybe hazardous or not, but hazardous waste have some characteristic like its ignibility, its corrosivity, its reactivity. It could be harm the environment, or it is compulsory that it will harm the environment. So the waste management hierarchy is sequence of the first thing is that waste should be minimized either by the use of reusing, recycling, recovery or co-processing. Before using the disposal facility, we have to minimize the waste by the reusing, recycling and recovery. All the forms under the rules of permission, either import and export of product which could be hazardous, filling of annual returns and transportation. There are three main crucial parts of this rule, that when we are going to import or export anything which could be hazardous, that is very important for the authorization purpose. Filling of annual return, that is form 3, it is very important. Before 30th June it should be submitted. And the transportation of waste, that is very crucial. So the transportation of waste is crucial because, as I told you, that before 24 hours of the generation it should be transported and disposed of. Therefore the transportation process is so much important, and we will discuss it in the next video. It have been revised significantly, indicating the strengthened approach for management such hazardous and other wastes. Okay, the basic necessity of infrastructures and other industries, that they have to follow safeguard for the health and environment from waste processing industries as a standard operating procedures. It means that when we are going to make in industries or in any infrastructure, when the waste is coming, it should follow the standard operating procedures. It should be channelized, like as I told you, that prevention and minimization, reuse, recycling and after that disposal. So it would be compiled by the State Pollution Control Board or Pollution Control Board before authorization. Procedure has been simplified to merge all the approvals as a single window clearance for setting up of hazardous waste disposal facility and import of other waste. Co-processing as a preferential mechanism over disposal for use of waste supplementary resource or for recovery of energy has been provided. When you are going to co-processing, then the main purpose is what? Recovery of energy. Like that, as I told you, that in the gasification process, which is the part of incineration, we recover the chemical which could be used as a energy. The approval of processing and co-processing of hazardous waste recovery energy has been streamlined and put on emission norms. जो अप्रूवल मिलता है क्रो प्रोसेसिंग ऑफ hazardous वेस्ट का, वो तभी मिल सकता है जब ये स्ट्रीमलाइन हो और उसके जो एमिशन हो, उस समय जो emission of gases हो, it should be according to the norms basis. The procedure of import export of waste like paper waste, metal scrap and various category of electrical and electronic equipment for reuse purpose has been exempted from the need of the obtaining ministry permission. Right? The basic necessity of infrastructure to safeguard the health and environment from waste processing industry has been prescribed as standard operating procedure specific to the waste type. The standard operating procedure is not common for all. It is specific to waste type. If the waste is coming from any household, then its chances of hazard is 0.5%. So therefore its procedure would be different if the waste is coming from any biomedical or radiomedical facilities. So standard operating procedure would be different from other waste, specific from the type of the waste. Now we are going to discuss the state government responsibility to set up allot industrial space sets for recycling and pre-processing or for utilization of hazardous or other waste, to register the workers involved in recycling, pre-processing and other utilization activities. The worker should be decided, it could not be changed by time. It should be registered as a workers who is going to recycle, pre-processing and other utilization of activities. To form groups of workers to facilitate setting up such facilities. There are group of workers who will always facilitate such type of facilities to undertake industrial skill development activities and ensure safety and health of workers. It is the responsibility of State Pollution Control Board, who are going to recycle, who are going to co-processing the waste. Their safety is prior responsibility of State Pollution Control Board, because if it is not safe, then no worker is going to do this work. So list of processing generalization hazardous waste has been reviewed, taking into account technology evolution in the industries. List of waste constituents with concentration limits has been revised as per international standards and drinking water standards. The following items have been prohibited for the import: waste edible fats, oil of animals or vegetable origins, household waste, critical care medical equipments, type of direct reuse purpose, solid plastic waste like PET bottles, waste electrical electronic assembly scraps, and other chemical waste, especially in solvent form, is prohibited for import according to the rule of 2016 waste management. Now, state government is authorized to prepare integrated plan for effective implementation of these provisions and have to submit annual report to Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Integrated plan should be prepared for the management of such type of waste. It could be integrated all the things of the environment which could be affected by the exposure of this waste, not only soil, not only water, not only air, even all the things which could be affected the environment. It should be included in this integrated plan. State Pollution Control Board is maintained to prepare an annual inventory of the waste generated, waste recycled, waste recovered, utilized, including crop co-processed, waste re-exported and waste disposal, and submit to the State Pollution Control Board by the 30th day of September every year. So these are the rule and regulation of the State Pollution Control Board and Pollution Control Board. We can say that the gist of this rule regulation is that we have to prepare such type of rule that by the which hazardous waste could be controlled to harm the environment. That is the basic responsibility of the, as I told you, that manufacturer and who is going to process this waste, who is going to make this waste, who is going to make some like product which could be hazardous. So that is the basic responsibility and the main responsibility that the medical centers, which is very common in all areas, because the radioactive waste is not emitted from all the areas every time, but the medical waste which could be hazardous is always emitted from each and every areas. So that is the responsibility of manufacturer as well as State Pollution Control Board, which is governed by the Central Pollution Control Board, means Ministry of Environment and Forestry. So the betterment of the environment, that is most important. We have to, and every organization, every infrastructure, every industry which is going to make hazardous waste should be follow this rule for the betterment of our environment, betterment of our nation, as well as betterment of our world. For example, if we will use the standard procedure, so we can save our life from the hazardous viruses like corona. So we always keep this mind. You are going to make something, you are going to eat something that should be healthy, because when it is going to be hazardous, it could not be only hazardous only to you, it could be hazardous for all the world. So thank you students for this video lecture. In next lecture we are going to discuss about the transportation of the waste. Till then, goodbye.